Okay, guys, so in today's video, we're going to talk about a trade that I took that went 56.80% down from my original buy-in. We're going to talk about how I still turned a profit in it. In this video, I'm going to talk about what I did right in this trade session and what I did wrong. And then we'll also talk about how you can get this type of training and learn how to handle these markets like a pro. All right, guys. So in this video, I'll kind of go over a high-level overview. If you go through the Icoin Pro free bootcamp, you're going to learn this setup and how we set up the charts look like this, how we read the markets, and when to go in, when to get out of. But if before you even go through that boot camp, I'll tell you, I definitely came in here after you go through this boot camp. You're gonna ask, well, why did I go in here? So I kind of started against it from the opening position that I took here. But what ended up happening in the advanced training, you learn how to handle things if the market goes against you. I won't get into that in detail, but you will learn why to take positions at certain points as the market goes against you and how to really handle some pretty incredible downtrending markets like a pro. It's amazing how this one ended up, and we'll get to that as we go through it. But the reality is, like I said, I started off on a rocky start. I shouldn't have bought my first buy-in here. By far, that was not a great one. So I was against it. That most traders, what you'll realize is that most traders will, when a market starts to go against you after you bought into a position, you know, 20, 25, I was down to about 25% down on your portfolio. So when you're looking at right now, I'm trading with just $1,000 as I'm kind of stepping back into trading. I was down pretty significantly at a certain point. So a lot of people sadly will see that type of drop in their portfolio after they've bought in, and they'll panic sell. But what I did is kind of stepped back, realizing that if you can calmly evaluate the markets, step back, control yourself, control your emotions, what you can do is pretty amazing. So at that point, when I had taken multiple positions, and again, you'll learn in the advanced training and Icoin Pro how and when to buy in. After I had went down to this 25% down, I sat back, reevaluated how should I approach this. Now let's get over here to where I had switched over to the 4 hour time frame, because if we come back here to this 1 hour time frame, you're going to see that at this point things were pretty down. So I had taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions, and I didn't have a whole lot left in my portfolio. And so I decided to go to a bigger time frame, to the 4 hour time frame. And what that means is each one of these candles right now is a 1 hour time frame. If you switch to a 4 hour, and let's take a look at this here, it kind of gives you a bigger perspective of what's going on. And so what I was able to do is start calmly evaluating as the market really went down against me here. So that's what I did right, guys, on this is slowed down. I didn't panic sell, taking a, you know, potentially up to a 25% loss of my portfolio. I slowed down, evaluated and waited for the right entry points after that. Um, and as you can see, with a total of 7 positions, this market turned around nicely for me. Now, I'll show you again what I did wrong. Beyond this first entry point where I shouldn't have started, the second thing I did wrong is you'll see after I got in, I had a uh, nice bottom 2 buys here, and the market absolutely exploded from this point up very quickly. I mean, look at that. It's just absolutely amazing. But what I didn't do is I didn't have um, a break even notification going off on my phone, and I didn't have an auto sell up in this region, because at that point, and you got to, I try to give you kind of an idea of what you're looking at before you see. It's always easy to see after the fact, but when you're looking at, a real time, like it looks like this, right? It's hard to believe that all of a sudden the market's going to just blow up from your last entry point to, you know, 54% up. I mean, that just doesn't happen very often. So, that's a learning lesson for me and for all of you guys, is set your alerts so that even if you don't think something's going to happen, it can happen very quickly. You need to understand, I was out working while this happened, and in a 4-hour time frame, it blew up over 100%. And then, as you see, there was a lot of selling pressure. So as that blew up very quickly, there was a lot of cells up here that pulled it back down. So by the time I had was able in a position to look at my phone again, we were back down into this section here where it had sold out. And so what ended up happening is, again, I calmly waited, and the markets, I didn't make that mistake twice. It came up again, and I was able to sell here for a nice about 8% profit. So, guys, hopefully this gives some a little bit of insight to what is possible with the Icoin Pro system. Again, disclaimers, it's not typical. I have been trading on and off with Icoin Pro for since 2018. Never full time, but I step in and out of it. I've been looking at the markets for a long time. In fact, Icoin Pro is what got me into cryptocurrency in the first place. But what I wanted to show in this video and highlight is the ability, when you know and you've learned a system and you can control your emotions, you can handle incredible dips in the market, down 56% at its bottom, and I was able to sell for a nice profit. So it's absolutely amazing. So if you want to learn how to be able to handle the markets like this, to never be really caught off guard, but able to handle these types of drops, because the reality is this is anybody can make money when the markets are going up. You buy in, you wait, it goes up, you sell, congratulations, you've made money. But the big challenge is to be able to make money in a downtrending markets calmly and confidently. And so that's what I was able to do here. And it's all thanks to Icoin Pro and their system, their training. So if you want to learn at least the initial setup for free, click the link below, go and take the free trading boot camp. You're going to learn this pattern that we use for our initial setup, and you're going to see it. Once you see this pattern, you can't unsee it, guys. And once you get this set up, it takes about 40 minutes to get through the training, get your chart set up, understand exactly what's going on. Once you see this pattern, guys, you cannot unsee it, and you will see it work time and time and time again. This strategy has worked for years now for our community in bull runs and bear runs. More importantly, when the markets are going down, it works, guys. It flat out works. It's been working for years. That's worked for years for me. So take that free boot camp. If you want to uh, get into the higher level training for $40 a month, you're going to be able to have access to all this detailed training where you're going to really learn how to handle these big drops in the market like a pro, not ever be nervous about what's going on. Just follow the system. You're going to do well with it. And then in a upcoming video very soon, I'm going to do an overview of Icoin Pro's trading portal, which helps you with every step of this process, when to buy in, how much of your portfolio to use. It brings trading opportunities to you in real time that is absolutely incredible. So a lot of people avoid trading because they say, I don't want to spend hours a day staring at screens. And I'm going to tell you guys, during this process, which took this entire trade session took 42 days, I maybe spent 20 minutes a week looking at this as the setups were coming. So this idea that you're going to have multiple screens and you're going to have to sit there staring at your computer all day is not the truth, not even close, not when you know what you're doing, not when you know when to take a trade and when not to. And this system helps you with all that. It's absolutely amazing. So we'll have lots of content coming out soon on this. I'll always show my trades, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That way, uh, I'm learning. You guys are learning as you follow along. Eventually, we will start to do live trading sessions, and then where I can get into more detailed breakdowns of trading, the strategies, things like that for paid members. So if you come in, you want to really learn how to trade with the Icoin Pro system, I'm going to be with you every step of the way to help you evaluate your trades, help you have the right mindset to where you're not panic selling and taking huge losses. As you see from this example, and I'll give you more examples in the future, there's no reason for that. Not when you know when to buy in and how to handle your portfolio, you're going to do great. All right, guys, hopefully this helps. I appreciate your time, and we will see you in the next video.